Hello everybody and welcome to Jimbo Guitar, where it's all about guitars, amps and everything in between. Now if you're looking for more information about the Boss MG-10 amplifier, hopefully this video can help you. I've had one since they came out in 1989 and I thought I'd share what I know about the amp. Today I'll be going through some of the clean sounds that it can make. I'm playing through my original one that I got in '89, and I'm also using a Steinberger Spirit guitar which I got in about 2001. I'm not using any effects between the guitar and the amp, but I'm recording the sound with a Samson G-Track USB microphone, which is going straight into the computer. So the first thing to notice about the amp is that being a transistor amp, it starts up very quickly. As soon as you switch it on, the sound is ready. There's no warming up or standby like you get with a tube amp. Now it's set with the gain, volume and master volume all at 2, and the bass, middle and treble and presence are all at 5. As I mentioned in my introduction video, if all the EQ controls are set to 0, you get silence. It's a feature of some other guitar amps as well. No tone, no sound. I'm not really sure why. Now back with the EQ all at 5, well, I really like this sound. The Steinberger Spirit has got HSH pickups, meaning a bridge humbucker, a single coil sized pickup in the middle and a neck humbucker, and the bridge is nice and bright and it sounds like this. Now this particular sound, it just sounds like a guitar to me, a sort of friendly sound, and it just makes you want to sit and play without worrying about sounding like anybody else. Now I could play like that for ages, but the EQ is very powerful, so if we take the presence and treble up to 10, you should be able to hear how bright the sound gets. Now this is where the little 4-inch speakers really start to chime. If I add in the middle pickup, you can hear that quack that you tend to get with that combination on a guitar. Now the bass control is interesting. If we add more bass, you can hear a bit more body, but those 4-inch speakers don't boom out with deep bass. If we add more middle, you can also hear a bit more body, and we get another colour to our tonal palette, and it's all still very musical. Switching over to the neck pickup, it's bringing out a nice jazzy sound. There's a tiny bit of breakup happening with the fatter frequencies that come out of the neck pickup, and it's not in a very musical way. This is not an amp where you start with a nice clean sound and build distortion on top of that. If you start to turn the gain up and expect a bit of crunch, it's not going to happen. Instead, you actually get this horrible blasting sound. And so you really have to tame that gain. Now let's cut out the middle, and there's something interesting going on. Still usable and musical. Let's cut out the bass. And it's interesting, back to the bridge pickup, it's different again. Now if we take out the treble and put the middle full up, well, it's definitely different, but I'm not sure it's actually of much musical use. So let's get the treble back up to 5 and the bass back up to 5. And suddenly that middle control starts to make sense. Now hopefully you can hear how the EQ controls work together, almost in the sense that if you move one, you should expect to move the others too to compensate. Now although I love amplifier modelling boxes, I was never very convinced by how those emulated EQ controls, which had to be applied to all the different amp models, really worked in comparison to a real life amplifier like this. Anyway, having run through some of the clean sounds, I'm now going to have a little jam with the Steinberger Spirit and the amp set on the 2 and 5 setting that I started out with. So the gain, volume and master volume at 2, bass, middle, treble and presence all at 5. be going through the distorted side of things in the next video, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that one. And until then, I hope this gives you an idea of what the amp sounds like clean. Leave a comment if you have anything to say. Take care and rock out.